Hello, weeaboos. Today we're talking about your favorite fucking thing in anime, the fan service.
You know, anime fans like anime for more than just fan service. I know that you're just being hyperbolic and trying to be an asshole, but people do actually enjoy the characters and the story that is before them, not just mindless TNA. Also, before we get started, hey guys, it's NECRO13, here to make that once a year video from now on.
I hate this fan service, and it's the shit with the tits jiggling, the weird pedo shit with 15-year-olds in high schooler uniforms. I don't understand it. I don't want to. Let's just get fucking into it.
Well, I can see that you obviously don't like titties jiggling, but for the mass majority, I'm pretty sure people would actually prefer that. Also, I don't see anything pedophilic about any anime, or at least in my eyes, but I also don't engage with that kind of content to begin with.
Anime isn't the only industry to use this fan service, the selling shit with sex essentially, but I'm not talking about the other industries. I'm talking about fucking anime. I'm talking about the chibi titties and the weird fucking pedo shit that should be saved for the dark web and not Crunchyroll.
Oh no, there's titties on Crunchyroll anime? That can't possibly be. Well, I hate to inform you, good sir, but there's actually a lot of fan service and ass and titties in a lot of shows that you probably don't even know about.
I actually sat down and watched two animes with my brother. They were Black Butler and Erased, and you know what? They were pretty fucking good.
Black Butler is actually one of the highest rated shows of its kind. It actually has 3 anime seasons, a manga, it even has a video game by Square Enix, as well as a live action adaptation.
I mean, I felt like a fucking weeaboo watching them just because, you know, it's kind of a weird feeling watching anime, especially when it's not dubbed. It makes me feel like I'm watching something foreign.
Wait, it makes you feel like you're watching something foreign? Not like you're actually watching something that is actually foreign?
But anyway, away from that, these animes, they were fucking awesome. But I noticed they kind of lacked something in common, and that thing they lacked was fan service. And I think that's why I love them so much, because they were like actual TV shows and not fucking weird Japanese, chibi, weird shit.
You do know that fan service can be not just showing ass and titties. It can actually be, you know, showing a relationship between a character, or in this particular case with Black Butler, it could show the relationship between Sale and Sebastian. In fact, I would say that there's a good bit of fan service that's in that show. Not to the point that it's drawn out or that it just might become gross to some people, but it definitely does exist, so this statement's kind of weird for you to even put in.
On the opposite end of the spectrum, I'm sitting down and watching School Live, right? And I'm sitting here and I'm like, I really like the characters, the story's fucking amazing, but I keep getting punched in the head with this fan service that just makes me feel like a pedophile. It really makes me feel like a pedophile. Now, I'm not getting off to this shit, but I'm sitting here, my eyes are looking at this shit, and I feel like an asshole. For real.
Okay, I'm gonna level with you here. I don't think that you've seen School Live, and I know what the rest of the video is, so I'm just gonna leave it up to the imagination of the viewer here. But for all intents and purposes, what the hell are you talking about?
This is a kind of anime where it's chibi and weird, and all the characters are drawn to look like they're in elementary school, but on top of that, you know, all the characters are 18, except one. And this one, this sophomore in high school, this 15-year-old fucking girl, is the one that's sexualized the most. I don't understand it. I don't fucking want to understand it. This shit is ridiculous. I don't want to watch this shit. Maybe I'd take you a little more seriously if you at least had it with the characters that were, you know, legal. Why the 15-year-old character? Why does she wear fucking garters?
Well, I went through and I researched a little bit because I've seen School Live before, and the only character that actually wears anything close to garters would be this character, Miki. And she only wears garters that look almost just like, you know, regular pantyhose. And it doesn't seem like it's anything abnormal to see, but also it's not one of the first things I go to look at. Also, the whole point of School Live is to subvert your expectations. You go into it thinking that it's a regular slice of life show with cute girls doing cute things. And then it just goes to shit really quick. So I think that that's more of the reason why you probably didn't really understand it, but you said that you enjoyed the story. There's more story than there is fan service, if there is any. Like, I scoured around the internet and there's almost nothing like existing of any fan service. It's literally just a bunch of zombies and death. Even if you read the manga, there's still probably nothing there. It's more of people getting blown away by helicopter machine guns.
Who the fuck wears garters anyway?
That would be women, sir.
God damn it. I'm gonna go fucking choke on a spoon. Alright, so my little brother just told me that some anime actually uses it to like lower your guard or relieve tension in a scene, but why does it have to be the fucking 15-year-old girl? For real, what the fuck?
Again, I searched around and I couldn't find any definitive factors that would tell me their age except for the one main character who's the age of 18. But none of the other ages are listed for any other character besides probably the teacher. But even then, we can assume her age because she's a teacher.
I guess Japan has this weird obsession with youth. As I do my research, which is just kind of me typing shit into Google, I'll be totally real with you, and I just sort of read whatever the fuck comes up. That's research, right? Or at least for a YouTube video, I guess.
Yeah, that's some good research you got there, isn't it?
But anyway, back to that. I keep seeing the argument being made that they're just pictures, man. They're just pictures. It's like video games, man. It's not like really killing someone. So this porn, it's not like really looking at little children just because it's virtual, man. It's just drawn, man. It's just a prank, man. It's just a prank.
Well, you see, there's multiple things wrong with what you just said. Video games don't cause any real violence. There's just no link in that scientific proof. There's just nothing there. So for you to try to equate that to, I don't know, anime featuring small characters or ones that might be younger in appearance, that's kind of retarded. And people told me to stop using the word retarded, but whatever. But my ultimate point is that you're using the same tired arguments as everyone else. And yes, it is a drawing. And in some cases, if you check your state laws, then you'll be able to find out that most of that stuff is completely legal, where you can buy a doujinshi from anywhere in the entire world and they will ship it to you. And I will always die on the hill that if it is the law first, then I will abide by the law. But when it comes to morality, I'm not personally buying anything that is, featuring underage characters like Kana from Dragon Maid or anything like that. But you have to really go digging to find some kind of excuse to use, because it is digital or because it is distributed, therefore it is bad. When media is consumed featuring graphic content every single day, and that has no effect on society whatsoever other than just unlocking new fetishes. But I guess simply put, when you look at a small character or a chibi character, that does not innately mean that they are underage, and that also doesn't mean that people want to have sex with it.
I don't know, it's a little fucking weird to me to think of grown men drawing this moe shit and then making it all sexual. It's like, to some extent, I understand the cute, innocent obsession with youth, but then you turn it around and make it really sexual, and all of a sudden, shit's just really fucked up. You came out of Left Park, you punched me in the head, and you made me want to kill myself, okay? That's what you did to me, Japan. You made me hit my desk, and you made me want to kill myself.
Let me remind you that this is all over an anime that he could have chose not to watch.
Then there are these really, really tense scenes, like this 15-year-old girl. Just imagine, she's gonna jump off her fucking high school because of this moe shit. She's gonna do it. She's gonna end her life. She's gonna do her last 360 no-scope off her fucking high school. And this is the end. All of a sudden, there she goes, her last trick shot. All of a sudden, her panties get caught on the balcony and it saves her fucking life. What the hell? Seriously, this is the shit that happens.
Maybe it's just me, but I would kind of be more pissed off at the fact that it was a Deus Ex Machina made that way, rather than the panties themselves, because even that's still a little bit more believable than anything else that would be going on in that show.
Really, how am I supposed to take it seriously? Like, I just watched a girl try to do her last 360 no-scope off her high school and get saved by the fucking string of her panties or whatever the fuck. How am I supposed to take that seriously? How am I supposed to take that in and take this dramatic feeling of this girl tried to fucking kill herself and all of a sudden I'm seeing her fucking panties? Like, what the fuck? I mean, great, her life saved, but seriously, was that really necessary?
So wait, you're watching a subverted show where you're supposed to go in thinking this is cute girls doing cute things, and it turns out there's a zombie apocalypse. But now your expectations have been, again, subverted to where she's supposed to kill herself, but instead she gets her panties caught, and that causes a comedic moment. I mean, for normal people, it causes a comedic moment, but this is what you complain about? I guess maybe I'm missing the point, or I'm just fucking stupid, but I mean, many other people think that, but is that where we're at right now?
This is Ikin or Enkin or however the fuck you pronounce it, because I really don't care. But seriously, just look at this picture because it sums up everything I hate about anime. Seriously, like, look at this 14-year-old girl. The girl in the pink. She's 14, right? Look at her fucking tits. They're the fucking size of her torso. Does she even have a torso? Is she just tits? And look at the fucking girl in the red. She's fucking floating.
Two things. One, Icon is supposed to be a comedic show. That's why their breasts are so large. They're meant to be so big that it's comedic. And also, she's not floating. She's doing a handstand. I know you can, kind of put two and two together here, but that's a handstand. She's not floating, but now I just sound like an idiot. Can we get on with this fucking video?
This bitch is fucking floating just so her dress can be upside down. And it's definitely necessary to get the panties of the main redhead girl. And what's up with this fucking blue, person? Look, I'm gonna imagine if it's a dude just because it doesn't have tits.
Well, that's pretty sexist.
And you know what? I think the designer of this photo would definitely add tits if it was a girl. Just a feeling. My little brother just told me in this show their tits flow in the fucking wind. That is how big their fucking tits are, and that is how big of a part of the show their fucking tits are.
The more he says tits, it just sounds kind of weird. Can we just call them boobs? I mean, tits. Sounds like just a funny word when you say it over and over again. Tits. Tits.
Only in Japan, man. Only in Japan. Sometimes you look at something and you just know it's Japanese. I don't know how to fucking describe it, but some things are just really Japanese.
It's funny that you bring up how Japanese something is just because it has fan service in it, or, more than you're probably comfortable with. But let us not forget that there's a show on Netflix called Big Mouth. Big Mouth is supposed to be pretty much about prepubescent teens growing into their adolescence, and they're learning about puberty and body acceptance. And the show caught some flack, understandably, because it featured actual characters that were technically underage, naked, and pretty full frontal.
I don't know if that's racist. I'll be totally honest, I don't know much about Kill la Kill, so call me ignorant on my opinion here, and maybe I shouldn't even have a fucking opinion, but let me throw in my fucking 2 cents anyway. I know the show promotes a self-image, but I know that's just a fucking ploy for middle-aged men to draw naked women.
That there are some very good productions that are made every single time of the year from anime, where they teach you very important life lessons. Sometimes it teaches you how to get the courage to go and talk to the girl that you like, or in some cases it teaches you how to stand up for yourself and become a better person. And in other cases it's just living life. Now, I'm not going to say that that's every single show, because that's just not true. But for the majority of the reason people watch shows is they want to be inspired, not because they feel like they want to draw naked women. There's plenty of people that can do that all year round. And even a fucking 10-year-old could do that, but that's besides the point. I'm sure you're trying to get onto bigger and better things with your lackluster Doom gameplay.
Are you fucking kidding me? I guess I have to applaud them for a halfway decent reason for their fan service, but still, it's fucking bullshit. Don't try to bullshit me. Don't try to bullshit everyone else. Just put tits in your fucking show. For real.
Now, besides the characters that could potentially be children, I don't see you going on a tangent to any other producers of any other shows. Game of Thrones has tits everywhere. They just have a full-on orgy in those shows. Even in the case of the production known as Big Mouth, they still have underage characters in just full frontal nudity. And who's to say that that's even good? And before you guys start typing, I know that Big Mouth probably came out way after this guy's video. I get it.
Why do all these animes take place in high school? I didn't have a fucking good time in high school, and I wasn't a weeaboo.
That's because, sir, when anime is produced, it's made for the core audience or the target audience, typically kids in high school, typically kids that are in school in general. Anime is for a bunch of different demographics in Japan. They have different ratings for different types of people. I know I've went over this, so I'm not going to keep, doing this whole thing with it, but just know that it's meant for kids in school.
So you know what, I'm sure your average anime fan or weeaboo, whatever the fuck, I know you're different, but neither of you were the fucking cool kids in high school, so why do you fucking want to watch other kids in high school have a good time when your time fucking sucked?
Generalizations, the video, ladies and gentlemen, where if you watch anime, you were never popular. Not like this guy. I mean, he said he wasn't, but this guy thinks he's a fucking Chad.
Seriously, the fate of the world lies in the hands of these high schoolers. Unless you're watching one of those slice of life animes where you just kind of happily watch people go along. But you know what? Watch whatever the fuck you want. I don't care. But seriously, how the fuck are they defending the world in those kawaii schoolgirl uniforms? I didn't realize they added +5 to your demon hunting ability and were bulletproof on fucking top of it.
For someone playing Doom, a literal game about an angry, pissed off Marine going to Mars to fucking kill demons, you sure seem like you don't have a lot of imagination cooped up in that brain of yours.
It just has no place in these dramatic shows, and all of a sudden it comes out of nowhere, punches you in the fucking head with this scene of a 15-year-old girl in the shower, talking about how she's gonna save the fucking world, and I'm sitting here in my living room with my 14-year-old brother wanting to kill myself with a fucking spork.
You know that some shows do have transitional scenes. I'm just gonna throw that one out there for you. I'm putting it on the universe that, you can have a transition scene. Like there's a couple like that, even in Bleach, which is, not that.
I have nothing against anime or its fans. Well, for the most part, fuck you weeaboos fucking your fucking body pillows. That shit's fucking weird. Let's see how many more times I can say the word fuck in this part.
Yeah, and let's also spot the insecure fuckboy who thinks that fucking body pillows is a thing. I mean, who does that? That is weird. And if you're doing it, then stop. That's kind of, that is weird. I will have to agree with him on that. If you're fucking body pillows, you're being weird. Stop it.
But seriously, why do we have to sexualize little fucking girls? I'm seriously going for a fuck counter in this one. I hope you guys know that. But seriously, little girls. We're sexualizing little girls here. And don't give me the argument that it's legal to fuck 15-year-old girls in parts in Japan, because, it's still immoral to fuck 15-year-old girls. So, with this fan service, we need to chill the fuck out, and they need to make it just so it's like regular TV, and the adult people are sexualized and not the fucking children. Are you fucking kidding me, Japan?
That's actually the end of his video. Like, there's nothing else other than, like a like, comment, and subscribe kind of thing, which you should do. If you're here, you should smash that motherfucking like button, but most importantly, that sub button. So that way we can get some big wangs for Necros, hashtag big wangs for Necro. And the thing is that no one's sexualizing these children, but like I said, the people that are using this argument clearly haven't found the issue with Big Mouth doing it. That's the biggest example. Because not only is it animated, but it features underage children. So to the point that they're coming to puberty, this is still a thing. So if you're going to be mad at one, at least stay consistent across the board and be mad at the other. Don't just point out all the fallacies with one and then say, well, there's nothing wrong with ours. Ours is completely normal. But yeah, just, for the future, just don't, guys. If you see underage cartoon characters, just make sure you think about their feelings. How would they want to be seen? But that's all I really have for now. And before I go, I just want to thank all of the very generous patrons over on Patreon that have donated, and they continue to donate, especially the top donator for the entire lifetime, Kasari. And you guys can also go there and donate money. And also, if you want to, every couple of weekends, I'll be streaming on Twitch, where I play some games and be bad at them, and also be bad at streaming, because that's just how shit is. Also, before I go, play Girls Frontline. That is how I'm gonna end this video. Play Girls Frontline and get you some cool looking guns.